The search engine space is more crowded than ever, and it's being dominated by big brands. If your brand has no reputation, it's harder than ever to climb to where your potential customers can see you. I'm Enge, CEO of Stone Temple Consulting, and in this episode of Here's Why with Mark and Eric, I'll ask Mark Traphagen to explain why well-known brands dominate search and what you can do to become one of them. Mark, a lot of people are noticing that when it comes to searches for commercially important terms, the so-called money terms, well-known brands dominate the results. Take a look at this Google page for a search for camping gear. Cabela's, Walmart, Backcountry.com. These are all brands anyone interested in recreational equipment already knows. Is Google giving them preference?
Well, certainly some people think that it must be the case. Some even think there's a conspiracy by Google. They think these brands must have some secret deal with Google or get ranked because of their Google ad spend. But there's a more likely natural explanation. People prefer brands they trust and know, and their actions because of that trust send signals to search engines that result in higher rankings. Now, Rand Fishkin of Moz shared more about how that works in his presentation, Why SEO That Used to Work Fails, which you can view at the link on your screen.
I'll bet having a recognizable brand helps you even if you are further down the search page.
It certainly can, Eric. Here's a personal example. Recently, I needed to order new eyeglasses, and I wanted to try getting them online. So I searched for prescription eyeglasses. I was a little wary of buying something online that really had to be exactly right. So who I dealt with was important to me. Now, the top result was Frames Direct, but I'd never heard of them. $39.com? No thanks, never heard of them either. But then I spotted the third result, Ray-Ban. Now, Ray-Ban I've heard of. They've spent years building a reputation of high-quality eyewear. So I clicked that result, even though it wasn't number one. Now, brand recognition, trust, and reputation trumped the SEO authority of the other two sites. So I think many smaller businesses ought to spend far less time on SEO tricks and a lot more on building the reputation of their brands.
How can our viewers help build recognition and trust for their brands?
Well, that's a big question that could take a book to answer. But let me give 3 ways you can do that. First, you must have great products and services. Without those, all the fancy marketing and great content in the world won't build a brand reputation. Second, your site's content, help, and customer service all need to be top-notch. You need to reduce friction everywhere you can. Give visitors something worth talking about and sharing with their friends. And finally, be real and engaged with people, both on and offline. Ignore the cynics. People really do come to like and even love certain brands, the ones they feel care about them and with which they can have some kind of relationship.
Thanks for those tips, Mark. Today's episode was taken from Mark's Daily Marketing Tips podcast, Traphagen's Takeout Order. To listen and subscribe, go to the link on your screen. And please do join us again for another episode of Here's Why with Mark and Eric, as we help you understand the why behind the what of digital marketing.